What's up guys, welcome back to another lesson in the Master 1 Grappling and Ground Fight system. In today's lesson we're going to talk about how to get into the kimora from the guard. So it's quite a simple one to get into the position for it, but often it's very hard to finish if your opponent knows how to defend it. So you've got to make sure your body's in the right place, otherwise you're going to find it very hard to manipulate his joint and get it in the right place to actually make it a lock. So, come into the guard mass. So from here, like with the other kinds of movements, when you're first learning, this is kind of all you need. So from this position, all we do initially is swim through. So I go from here, and I swim through, and look to place his hands on the floor. It's no good to collapse as if I'm going for an arm bar or something, because I can't actually get a kimura from here because the arms are in the wrong place. What I need is that bang, and a hand to land on the floor. Once it lands on the floor, I'm able to crowd over it and then obviously lock it. So, first thing, if he's very strong, then you want to use your elbows more rather than the hands. If he's not too strong, you can just quickly pull with the hands. They basically come outwards towards your armpits and boom, and you basically follow it. So I go here, one, bang. My hand follows it the whole time, my thumb hooks, and then I would look to grab. If he was very strong and he resists a bit and I can't pull this, then I need to use my elbow. So I come over the top, here, then I swim through. Same thing, I then look for the hand, the wrist, sorry, with the hand that's closest. So from here, collapse, bang. This hand on, now my rear foot bases on the floor, and I use that to push up and I come over this hand. My right hand now comes through, over underneath his elbow joint, so it's just here at his joint, and I grab my own wrist. From here, I throw myself backwards, and I bring this leg up and over more. This one, I pull over, and I look to take his hand to the back of his head. So I go here, and the further you go, the more it locks up the shoulder, and the more pain he will be in. So, show you that from the opposite side. So I collapse, boom. Grab. This foot comes down, I base off that, come all the way over, find my own wrist, drop back. This leg comes as high as I can get it to control him. I keep forcing downwards in order to hold him in place, and this hand now forces to the back of his head. And as you hear, it's very painful. So, hands are on. One, up and over, drop, and back. One more, here, collapse, grab, all the way over on this, drop back, leg goes up, and force. Thank you. So as you can see, it's pretty simple in its movement, but obviously you've got to make sure that you're in the right place, otherwise you're going to find it very hard to actually take that hand and get it up over his back. If you watch from here, come here. So now if Naz resists, once the hand hits the floor, I come up and over. If he resists, I can literally hang on his arm. So I'm up here, my legs are pretty much in the air, I'm hanging on it. It's very hard to get it unless you're in the right place. So from here, once I'm up and over and I grab my own wrist, I pull this upwards. Now when he resists, if I fall, he falls too, because he's unable to do it. So he can now control this and he'll look to straighten it as much as he can. And then all I do from here is on this elbow joint is turn it in towards him. If I just keep trying to go up and over, the elbow stays straight and I end up forcing against the side of his elbow. So what I do from here is look to push like this on my own wrist and I pull this downwards. So resist, he's resisting, and I turn in towards his body in the side here. This leg will be over and I'll turn in. Once it kinks at the elbow, the hand then goes over to the head. Okay, so I'll just show you that. Once on the other side, here, collapse, up and over. Naz resists, so I drop back, bend this hand into his body, then over to the head. Thank you. So, as you can see, it's one of those locks that you can't think, oh, just because I've grabbed hold of him, I'm going to get it. Because the moment he resists, it becomes very, very difficult. So as I say, then you want to turn into the body, then up and over the head. Practice hard, and I'll see you next lesson.